Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back, and a very, very good morning to you. It's just before 7 o'clock in the morning. People rushing around doing their bits of business, and of course Mr. Paul and his brother, we're rushing around as well. He's in the car in front, and we're taking that car to Paya. Oh, Lady Ali, Sir Neil, oh, they're getting very, very excited indeed, because they're coming to Paya very, very soon. And soon they'll be dancing and prancing down the Coral Bay Strip, especially for you. So, we're taking that car in front to Paya. That's one of my cars, by the way. But we're going to loan it to a customer because he's got some bits and bobs that he's got to do over the next few days while we sort out some mechanical problems on his Renault Capture. So, he bought a Renault Capture. He's at 2 now, 2 on the trot. He's bought the brand new. This one is 3 years old, and well, it's starting to give him troubles, so he's getting rid of it, and he's seen the light, and he's going to buy a Volkswagen. Going to buy a Volkswagen T-Roc. So there we are. A man with a couple of bob, and a man who's finally put his right head on and understand that perhaps French cars are not the best cars in the world. Anyway, look at that for a view down across Uptown, Midtown, and downtown Cato, Paphos. What a truly, truly spectacality of a day indeed. All it's missing is you. So why not get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy? Paphos Cyprus, the island of love. Marika and me, we're waiting, especially for you. And there's an awful lot of superstars coming to town, and unfortunately there's an awful lot of superstars been and gone, and we miss them from the bottom of our two hearts. Miss Leanne, oh my goodness, of the Maddox family. We had the great honour, we were humbled to meet this family all the way from downtown in South Wales. Mum and dad, daughter and son-in-law getting married very, very soon. There we are. And her name is Leanne. She's a blonde beauty, and the man looking after her, he's a star. And hopefully you had a great, great fight. I mean, watching a fight. You don't want to have a fight with him, he'll knock 7 bells out of you. But a superstar of a builder. Her mum and dad, great, great honour to meet you. And we will look forward to meeting you next time. And hopefully you'll continue to watch the little channel known as Marika and me. Some other superstars who've just gone back to the UK, all the way from downtown in Nantwich. Yes. Lady Jessica, Sir Simon, Princess Meghan, and our gangster boy, Mr. Max. Wow. It was great, great to meet you night after night, and it truly, truly was, and we're looking forward to doing it all over again. And hopefully you'll come back and see us next year, and hopefully the year after, perhaps you'll come and set sail and see us wherever our landing point may be, shall we say. And we are friends for life. Don't forget to come back now and again and drop a comment, and perhaps even a private message, because you'll always get a pie, not a pucker pie, anyway, you'll always get a reply, that is for sure. And a big shout out to some of the stars who like to watch the show now and again. Debbie Llewellyn, good morning to you. The doggy woggy woggy, known as Mr. Murphy, good morning to you. And of course, all of the other people who like to watch the show, a very, very good morning, and thank you for joining me on Mr. Paul's Breakfast Club. Here we are. This is the Limassol roundabout. We're going to do a bit of a wiggle round that and continue to head down on our ascent towards downtown Cato Paphos. But just before we get there, we are going to take a right and head out on the Kings Avenue and show you what's going on. If you come back for the next video, we're off to Paya. That's where we're going. But it's a lovely day today, by the way. If your name is Miss Dawn, you've got a husband called Mr. Sean, a very, very clever dog called Sir Bobo, and a partner in his crimes, a little pussycat called Lady Daisy. The temperature this morning at 6:45 in the morning is 21 degrees. Yes, you heard me correctly. 21 degrees. The kind of temperatures that you can only dream of if you are living in Northern Europe. Perhaps if your name is Lady Anna, my superstar, all the way in downtown Krakow in Poland. I'm pretty sure it's probably starting to get that little bit chilly, but hey, you can get a cuddle from Mr. Thomas, that's the husband, and perhaps a kiss from Mr. Bart, that's your son. And hopefully he's passed his driving test. I've not heard, but I'm pretty sure he will have done, because of course he's a very, very, very good driver. And on top of that, he will be the greatest lawyer in the world once his mother retires in a few years' time. There we are. Oh, red lights. Andrea's in charge again. Lady Andrea has got this little magic button, and as you may have noticed, my brother went straight through. It's a commonality in Cyprus. Nobody actually wants to stop at red traffic lights. Everybody likes to go through them, especially when they just change to red. Now we've got to sit here very, very patiently and study the car showroom on the right, which is selling MGs, if you remember those. And now they're all electric cars, aren't they? Yeah, some people don't mind electric cars. I'm not a person for electric cars. I don't see that it's going to work. The infrastructure's not in place. Then you've got the problems of all the mining to get the battery in the first place that nobody wants to talk about. Then you've got the nuclear bomb when the car's, well, not working anymore a few years later. In the meantime, yes, you drive around just chucking out a bit of water, not benzene. Oh my God, terrible stuff. A bit of water, but it's the before and the after, and the infrastructure, and the huge cost to buy them when they're new, and of course they're not worth bugger all a few years later because nobody wants one. So it's a bit of a problem there, unless you're very, very rich, or unless someone's giving you one for free. Anyway, that's the rant over. Sir Andy and Lady Nessie, they're in downtown Paphos. Yeah, I picked them up from the airport yesterday and dropped them off in the Alexander the Great Hotel, possibly the best hotel in the world, but certainly could be in downtown Paphos. And they're dancing and prancing around tonight, that's for sure, after they went and had a little bit of a kip, because it's a long day, slight delay, but it's a long day, isn't it? You know, you start up in downtown Shropshire, I don't know what, hour and a half drive or thereabouts to Manchester Airport, a couple of hours in the airport, isn't it? Then delayed for an hour, then you get on a plane for 4.5 hours, then you get out the other side, then you got to wait for your suitcases, then you got to get to the hotel. That's a day. That's a hectic day. Makes you feel tired. Go and get a bite to eat, go to sleep, chunk, there you go, you're done. But get up the next day, and guess what? This is what's waiting for you. The beauty and the spectacality of downtown Paphos. Wheezy going to take a right, a bit of a wiggle. The lights are on red again, Miss Andrea. Are you in charge of these lights? I think you are. Anyway, we're going to take a right and cut through the Jitty, which is Derbyshire English, isn't it? There we are. Straight through Universal, and then we're going to join the Inner Ring Road, and eventually we're going to get to the Tomb of the Kings Avenue. That's where we're heading. Tomb of the Kings Avenue roundabout. On the right hand side will be the Tomb of the Kings Avenue Mall, and if you were to go to the left, you'd go down to the downtown kid of Paphos Harbour area. That's where you'd go. Andrea, come on. There we are. Little green arrows come on. Andrea listened to me. So now we're allowed to take that right. And we're cutting through Universal. If your name is Ronnie Miller, well, I'm pretty sure you know exactly where we are. That's the man in charge of all of our policing on the little channel known as Marika. And we've got a guy all the way in Denmark. He's in charge of all the, well, secreting, shall we say, on our little channel known as Marika, and he's a Ronnie as well, and he's a Viking Ronnie, and he's a superstar. He's coming back to Paphos, the rumour tells us, in and around October, so you never know, we might get him dancing and prancing on the downtown kid of Paphos promenade, especially for you. But next coming up, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the dancing man known as Sir Andy, because as I told you, he's in town, and of course he's brought the beauty known as Lady Nessie. Yes, so they're going to be dancing and prancing, and the rumour has it that Mr. Andy's actually brought himself a blue miniskirt, and I've got him a pair of nice blue high heels to go with it. So, without him making a fool of himself, he'll be dancing and prancing on one of the little monuments in the downtown kid of Paphos Harbour. Probably not. It's just a little joke that him and I have. But you're going to meet him on camera, that's for sure. Soon after that, who's coming? Well, Peter Cameron, Rob Cameron, they're coming. Dame Anne, she's coming. Oh, yeah. So there's going to be a lot of people in Paphos at the same time, that's for sure. And a big, big shout out to a man who has an idea for a Marika and Me convention. He's living in downtown Bratislava. Good morning to you, Lord Richie. And good morning to your beauty, Lady Zuska. Hopefully you're having the time of your life. And a very, very good morning to that rather special little cat of yours. So, we're going to cut through here, take a left, excuse the road service. You know, if your name is Lady, oh, so sweet Caroline, get your bottom on a memory foam pillow, but just before you do, pour a tot or two for the superstar, for the legend known as Lord Nigel of the Big Guns. Otherwise, well, it's going to be a bit uncomfortable, especially in this part of Paphos, because the roads are quite simply Sherlock Holmes. Yes, they're absolutely terrible. There we go. Not much going on, is there? No. Everyone's still in their in their warm little beds, because it's starting to chill in downtown Paphos. I know you're thinking, what the hell is he on about? Well, you know, to us, it's starting now to go that little bit chilly. So, you know, I'm still in a t-shirt, but I've got a feeling that over the next week or so, when we're in the harbour at night time, we're going to have to put like a cardigan on, you know, something light, like a light little jacket or something like that, because there'll be a nip in the air, and it'll be nipping around us, you see. So I understand you guys are going to put on, Parker coats with big furry collars and all those kind of things, and 7 pairs of socks. But of course, you're living mostly in Northern Europe, but we're not. So there we go. Right, bit of traffic here. What's going on? Downtown Paphos, and we're in gridlock traffic early in the morning. You see, slowly but surely, the builders are waking up, and they're rushing around because they want to build a villa or an apartment block, especially for you. As for the shops, no, they're not going to open for a while. If you want a bit of a breakfast, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle in downtown Paphos. Not many people like to open up before around about, 9ish, if you're lucky, maybe. I don't know if I can get a breakfast. I do fancy a breakfast actually, because they've got a bit of a gap between 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock. So I'll probably get a breakfast in Theo's in downtown Coral Bay. That's where I fancy going. I'll go and see my mate, Mr. Demetrius, and I'm sure he'll chuck in something for free. If I'm very lucky, he might even give me a totally free breakfast. You never know. But don't tell anybody that I told you that. Look at that. Deserted streets, isn't it? Nice. Isn't it nice when you drive around and there's no traffic and there's no idiots except for yourself driving around? There we are. Alpha Mega Supermarket, that's on your left hand side. You've got the Cosmic Bowling Centre, that's on your left hand side. Bit of a hump, whoa, there we go. And they're building the new American University of Beirut, that's what they're building there. So if you want to go to university from Beirut, which is in Paphos, that's where you want to go. We're going to Garden Centre, and guess what? On the right hand side is the downtown Cato Paphos Mall. Paphos Mall roundabout. If you go straight down to downtown Cato Paphos on the harbour area, but we are going round it, and we're heading on to the Tomb of the Kings Avenue, especially for you. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe, perhaps come back for a little bit more of a madness, and why not treat you to a coffee or two? Perhaps pop through to our About page or hunt us down in Google. Easiest way to do it. Buy me a coffee, Marika and me, and you will land straight on our landing page on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. That's where you can choose to send us a virtual coffee, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. Thank you very much, from the bottom of our 2 hearts. And of course we can convert that money into liquid benzene to allow us to keep travelling around, making videos especially for you. You can also help us out with a contribution on YouTube itself. All you got to do is find the thanks button where the thumbs up. That doesn't cost you a penny, but it tells YouTube that you like us. Scroll across, and what have you got? Shorts, downloads, a heart-shaped button with a little red $sign in the middle, and you can hit it once or twice and make sure that we stay afloat. We want to thank some of the stars that do. If your name is Lady Sharon, Sir Philip, thank you very, very much, all the way from downtown in Cornwall. If your name is Lord Derek Scully, thank you very, very much. Lady Ali, the list goes on and on and on, and we thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. Andrea, what's going on? Every set of traffic lights I've come to, you flick them to red. Good girl. She's learning. She's learning. Slowing me down and then flick them to green. This is Tomb of the Kings Avenue. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you do like what you see, hit that like, click that, subscribe, and perhaps come back for some more of my complete and utter madness. The peculiarity to Cyprus, I mentioned this a few times, they go and put a new road in and then they forget to raise the manhole covers. Yes, they're not potholes, these are manhole covers that are set too low by at least 2 to 3 inches. Yes, and no one seems to notice these things, but hey, all they're doing is popping on their flip-flops and getting ready to go onto the plage, down to the beach, sunbathe, have a swim, and dream of nicer things. There's another one. There you go, Andrea. Especially for you, and if your name is so sweet Caroline. There's another one coming up very, very soon indeed. Thanks for watching, and of course we'll see you again very, very soon indeed.